Hello, I'm Jessica from the Workforce Training and Development Lab. Today I will show you how to complete a status form, the Labor Position Participation Agreement. These forms can be found in the hallway of the Labor Program Office located in the basement of Fairchild. The same form works for both primary and secondary positions. It is more sustainable to use one form for both labor positions, but you can use two forms as well. There is plenty of required information on this form. Let's look at the top line. You must include the student's B number, name, classification, year or term, and SIPO number. For a primary position, the primary box must include the position code number, which the supervisor should already have on file from the payroll office. If the supervisor doesn't know the position code number and can't find the file, they can call the payroll office for the code. The phone extension is 3611. Next, the position title, how many hours the contract is to be for, the work learning service level, the department number, department title, and the start date must be added. All this information is important so that the labor office and its programs know how much to pay the student and to keep track of when, where, and how much the student is working. The next line marks what type of term the student will be working. The choices are for one term only, the academic year, or for the summer. Check the appropriate box. The first line must be the primary contract supervisor's printed name, not just a staff member. This is important for evaluations and time approval. Any staff member may sign the second line if there is only to be a primary position. But if the student is going to have a secondary position, the direct primary supervisor will need to sign here if he or she approves the secondary position. More on that later. For a secondary position, in addition to the required information, the secondary contract supervisor plus the signature of the primary contract supervisor in this primary box, second line, will need to be signed. Again, the student may not be approved for a secondary position unless the primary contract supervisor approves and signs in this box. Don't forget to include the secondary staff signature. The next box explains the primary contract between Berea College and the student, including the required 10 hours a week and 150-hour contract per term, as well as adhering to the schedule required by the position. Working more than 15 hours must be approved as labor overload. The secondary contract simply states that this position is only an addition that must be approved by the primary supervisor and that it must not interfere with the student's primary performance. Next is a checklist to remind the supervisor what must be marked on this form. The student must then sign and date the last line and turn this form in to the labor office in Fairchild, room 10. If you have any further questions about the status form, please email training@berea.edu or visit the Labor Program Office in Fairchild, room 8 or 10. Thanks for watching.